Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are doing great out there. 9:25, so we actually beat the market this morning. If you are new to my channel, I am Star Fields. We do this program every single morning, Trading with the Stars, where we're walking here on our walking pad. We're trading, we're making money. We have some Bible study, you guys. We have a great time every day here. And we look at these charts. Now, before we dig into these charts, remember my disclaimer is I am not a financial advisor. Please do not take anything that I say as financial advice. I am simply just an autism mommy, okay? That's what I am, but I absolutely love trading. I love it so much. I've been doing it now for over 5 years, but nothing that I say should be taken as financial advice. And the next thing is there's a high chance that you will lose some money because trading is very risky, okay? Trading is very risky. And last thing, never trade more than you can afford to lose. Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and look at the NASDAQ this morning. I'm about to put on my handy dandy shoes so we can get our walk started. But let's jump in and look at these charts. I trade the futures. And right now, friends, right now, I currently am trading 3 accounts from Take Profit Trader. And these accounts, one of them is almost funded and at the end of last week. So not quite funded yet. So this is the move. Last night, I was looking at the charts. I was going to get in for a buy up. And now we've done what we thought it was going to do. Okay, we just broke structure for we haven't broke it quite yet. I'm looking for it to go up a little bit and break this area here. Let me show you guys what I was looking for, what I was thinking that was going to happen last night. So let's go ahead and look. Oh, it did happen. It just happened. Okay, it just happened. It just happened. Okay, so what we want to do, guys, is we got to move to the top here. This was our last. Let's mark up our market structure on our 1 hour time frame so I can show you guys exactly what I'm looking for on this 1 hour. All right. We got our, let me show you guys, this is really important. This is what we do every single morning, okay? We're looking at our market structure. We're looking at this 1 hour. So this area right here would be our lower low. This would be our what? Our lower high right here. Lower low, lower high. And our previous lower low was right here, okay? We were waiting for this area. If this area got broken, this would now be a what? Break of structure, and then this is going to be our higher high, okay? So now what we can do is we can draw a buy fib. That's what I was looking for to happen last night. So let's see what is going on. Let's see what the market's going to give us, okay? Let's see what the market's going to give us here on this 1 hour time frame. I'm going to go ahead and mark it up so you guys can see. Hope you guys can hear me clearly. And if you're tuning in, make sure you say good morning to Star in the chat. Say good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, make sure you guys say good morning to me in the chat. And make sure you guys hit that like button. Come on in and hit that like button. Yesterday, we had an amazing $1,050 day right here live, okay? It was exciting. We're going to keep doing it. This is our third $1,000 day this week. So it's been a great week. Only thing I can't wait is for these accounts to get what? Funded so we can take a profit out of all of these accounts, okay? That's going to be so exciting. I'm not changing my strategy. I'm not going to get greedy. I just am going to, only thing I'm going to do differently is add more accounts so that as we start getting payouts, the payouts can just grow and we will be using other people's money for leverage, okay? So that's where we're at. You guys see this market structure here? I want you guys to see it really clearly. Where this pink line is, this was our break of structure, okay? This was our break of structure area, okay? This is our break of structure area. What we're going to see is if we're going to get a pullback here, it's 9:30. So we are getting a pullback. Going down to 15-minute. Let's see. We want to wait for this pullback to be over. This is what I like to do. I like to wait for the pullback to be over. see. $5.36. So we got down, up. Let's see if we can get a deeper pullback. $9.30, guys. Let's see if we can get a deeper pullback. TP1 would be 5.38. So it gave us a 38% pullback. And this is the same thing that happened last night. 38% pullback. This is our pullback. So we did have divergence forming here. So we knew that we were going to get a little sell down. Let's see. You guys can see this. Getting a nice push down. Good morning, friends. Good morning. Let's see. So this was the move that I was looking at last night. You guys see it played out already, hit the negative 61.8. That was a 15-minute structural fib. And so now we have broken structure for that daily here. I mean, not daily, the hourly. So we just drew that up and we're looking like we're getting this almost 70% retracement at the 302. We just got a 61.8 at 331. So let's see what we're going to get here. Let's see what we're going to get here, friends. Almost a 70.5% retracement on the 1 hour. So let's see. Let's see where we're going to get. I'm going to look at news real quickly, guys. Let's look at news real quick and see what we have today. Today's August the 21st. So let's look and see what we have this morning. Do we have any USD? We have 945 flash manufacturing PMI. That's in about 6 minutes. 5 minutes and 21 seconds. You guys see that, and flash services PMI. So we'll see what these are going to bring us. But yellow folders are what? Low impact. Okay. Low impact expected. All right. Head back over here. Let's see what we're getting. Okay. So let's see what we're looking like here. This is all the retracement leg, guys. All the retracement leg. Almost down to the 70%. What I'm doing now is I'm looking at this 15-minute fib here. It broke, came back up to the 50%. You guys can see it just hit the negative 61.8 there. So this here, guys, I use fibs for everything. I'm just looking to see if this 15-minute already played out, and it looks like it has already, in my opinion. It has already played out. Okay, already played out. So what I'm going to be looking for, this is my retracement leg on my 1 hour fib. I'm going to be looking to see if it comes back up here and gives us some bullish momentum. And then I'm going to be looking for some type of buy to get back in for a buy. So that's what I'm looking for. All right. That's what I'm looking for when it starts to present itself again. But this is a beautiful sell down. Might come back and test this 208 area. Or even our 152. So it's 9:45 in about, yeah, it's 9:45 in about 51 seconds. So let's see, we see how this 15-minute candle close. You guys can see it's very, very bullish. So we did have a breaker structure for the downside. Okay. We want to see it come back up, retest, and then sell back down. So that's kind of where we're at right now on the 15-minute. And I'm going to go ahead and put my shoes on. Thank you guys for joining. If you're new here, I'm Staar Fields. I've been trading now for over 5 years. And about 8 months ago, I went from being unprofitable to profitable, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We have had $3,000 days this week. I'm super excited about that. I'm in 3 funded challenges. So one of them I was almost past, and then the week before we did not have a great week. Just wasn't seeing it clearly. I got some stuff in place now, and I'm seeing the market super clear. And I just thank God for it. Okay, so I don't know who I'm talking to out there, if this is for you or not, but don't give up, okay? Because you can do this thing, all right? It took me 5 years longer to learn how to trade than to get a degree, okay? But I got my degree in trading, okay? I'm like, put some respect on my name, okay? Because I'm about to have the zeros. I'm about to have all the zeros on the checks, okay? Get excited about that. Okay. We're just looking, guys, looking to see. I'm looking at market structure, okay? Oh, didn't mean to do that. This is going to be our what? Our higher high here. And this area right here would be our higher low. Okay. I'm looking at, I know I'm so quiet. I'm over here looking at the divergence, looking to see what I see, guys. Looking to see. This is 3504. I'm really just trying to figure out if this is a sell or a buy. That's what I'm trying to figure out. This is our break. If it breaks this area here, then that means that we're going to continue to, I'm believing that we're going to continue to sell. But right now, I still see a buy. Okay. I think it's going to buy back up here to test this high here. But let me see. Let me do something else. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. And then we broke that lower high. Yeah. Let's see. Let me look at 4 hour. 4 hour. You got to go through all the time frames, friends. You got to go through all the time frames. Okay. 4 hour. This is our lower low. This is our lower high area here. And this was our break area here. Hmm. 687. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not making any fast moves. I'm just looking. Okay. Just looking to see what the market's going to do today. Right now, I'm still looking for this to be the retracement for the buy back up. So that's where I'm at right now. That's where I am at right now. I'm just looking to see where's our lowest point here. This is our 1 minute. I'm just looking at structure, guys. If this area here gets broken at 361, then that could be the beginning of the buyback up on the 1 minute. On the 5 minute, this high right here would have to be taken out. So let's see. Let's see. Let me get my shoes on. We're just going to look and see. No, I'm not in any trades yet. Just taking my time so I can see the market structure clearly. Okay. Take your time so you can see. We're not in a hurry. Don't get FOMO, jumping in before something is ready. We're still looking at this channel here. Still looking at this channel here. So we're looking to see what's going to come of it. Okay. I want to see if this area here at the 270 is going to get broken. And if it does, then we'll have to rethink some things. All right. So our breakup structure right now is currently at this 360-ish area. That's off of the 1 minute channel down. Okay. Let's see what we're getting. Beautiful sell. Beautiful, beautiful sell. We got a 79% almost retracement. Let's see if we're buying back up now. Okay, we got to break through that line, friends. We got to break through. Trading, we be so quiet. It be so serious. It looks serious, okay? Like, what in the world? It be looking serious over here. Drawing these zones, guys, so we can see. This is a 1 hour zone here. I want to see if we're going to use this area to bounce back up, or are we going to sail through it? Okay, so that's where we're at. Either way, friends, either way, I'm going to, originally I was looking for a buy, but either way, what I'm going to do, I'm taking all these fibs off. I'm waiting, okay? We have to wait for it to come out of our channel that was showing us if we were selling or what's happening. So we're marking up our lower lows and our lower highs, and we're just following market structure, okay? This is our lower low now. That 362 area is really okay. I'm just sitting on my hands. I'm about to put my shoes on. So we'll see. We shall see if the market gives us anything. This is the daily time frame. This is where we broke structure at right here at the 539 on the daily. And you guys can see we came down so far here, and we came back just now to retest that level here. And then we pushed back down again. So this is a critical area. This 539-ish area right here is a critical area because that's where we broke structure at on the daily. So we don't know if we're going to continue to sell down more or if we are going to try to turn this red candle, this daily red candle, turn it into a bullish candle so we can start to have our retracement back up on that daily time frame. On our 4 hour, this could just be a pause, right? And we could get that buy back up here on that 4 hour and then possibly break structure on this 4 hour and come up here past that 742. So real critical area right now, guys. I'm not making any rash moves, any fast moves. When I got in the market this morning, I was looking for a buy originally because of what happened last night. And then I already had my 1 hour structural point. Now with looking at the way things are looking, I'm just not making any fast moves, okay? I do have this 1 hour zone here. So you guys can see that. And the market, we'll see if we get a bullish bounce from here on that 1 hour time frame. So we'll see what that looks like, all right? And I do have a buy fib on here from the low to the high that we just created, all right? So I'm doing nothing. Haven't taken any trades. Good morning, good morning, good morning, friends. Good morning in the chat. Make sure you guys say, hey, friends. Hey, hey, hey. Good morning. We haven't taken any trades. A little tired today, but we are here, present and accounted for. We're going to keep on keeping on. Keep on making these good trades. Keep on waiting for our entries. We're going to continue to not be anxious for nothing. Hallelujah. But through prayer and supplication, what God said, we got to let our requests be made known to him. Okay. He is so good to us. So not going to be anxious. We've had a great week. We don't want to give it all back to the market. Let's just see what we're going to get. I'm looking for some type of bullish reaction, but I ain't making a move until I'm sure. Okay. Be very sure. Okay. Be very sure. You know what I'm saying? You got to be very sure. Okay. Your anchor holds and grips the solid rock. You got to be sure. Let me put my shoes on. This rock is Jesus. Yeah. Yes, he's the one. This rock is Jesus. He's the only one. Ain't that right? So be very sure. Yeah, we got to be sure. And that's what I want to make sure I'm sure. I ain't going to be jumping in, getting FOMO and all that stuff. So I do see that we have a descending channel forming, which is a what? We know that that's a reversal pattern. And let me see what I see here on this. And this is going sideways. So we have divergence on the smaller time frames. Let's see what we have on the 15 minutes to nothing to show us there yet. Okay. But 3 minute and 5 minute is showing us divergence. So let's see. Let's see how this cookie crumbles. Be very sure. All right, guys. So we are getting a little bullish push here. So if we break structure here, that would be the beginning of a break, right? This is on the 1 minute, but it would be the beginning, okay? At the 322, that would be a good entry. But I don't want no 1 minute break. I want to be sure. Sometimes 1 minute don't make you feel secure, okay? So we are starting to get that shift in trend where we were selling and now it looks like we might start buying. So this is our first sign. When you go down to these smaller time frames, you can actually see the market stop, and then you can see the area which would be our last lower high would be right here. This would be our lower low, and then this would be our what? Lower high here. Well, actually, this one is the lowest low right here. You see that? That one's a little lower. So we want to see it break above this 333-ish area here. Okay. That's just on 1 minute. Let's look at 2 minute. 2 minutes, this would break the high, but it wouldn't be a structural point really, okay? All right. That's 362. Love you. And then at on this structural point here, this high would be right here on the 5-minute. And then our 15-minute, that structural point isn't until you get here to this 482. So, friends, it's so fun trading, right? Down, up, down. I'm thinking once we break through the 58 area, we can go in for a buy. But let's see. Let's see. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Elena. Good morning, mommy. Thank you guys for liking the video. Thank y'all for saying good morning. Hi in the chat. The market has given us a huge sell down this morning on the NASDAQ, guys. It's given us a huge sell down. So we're looking, we haven't taken any entries yet because we want to make sure that we are indeed selling to buy. Okay, we're looking to see if we're going to get a buy back up. You guys see I marked this green zone here. This green zone is our area where we're looking to see if we're going to get any type of divergence, any kind of reversal here. And the reason that I thought we were going to be in a buy, my friends, is because this was our lower low here. We broke structure for the 15-minute area of structure. We broke it last night at like, it must have been about 12 o'clock or so. I had it right here and we broke it right here. You guys can see just a little wick, about 10 points. But we did break. We had a 38% retracement and then we went up to the negative 61.8. That's where we're at right now. Then we've broken structure again for the sell back down. We retraced and then we had hit that negative 61.8 TP. So now we are on this hour time frame. And we're trying to figure out, are we going to get the buy back up? Are we going to get the buy back up? Or are we going to keep selling down? Okay. So that's where we're at, friends. That is where we're at. This is where we broke for the hour. This is where we broke for the hour. And let me see. We broke here on the hour. We be acting like this is very serious, okay? We said this is serious business, friends. You don't want to be on the wrong side, okay? This is serious. And if you take it seriously, if you treat it like it's serious, if you treat it like it's your business, it's going to pay us like it's our business, okay? That's what we want. Let's treat it with some respect so they can pay us good profits all the days of our life, okay? Here goes a little bit of music for us so that we don't get anxiety. We don't get FOMO. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow, okay? Let's see what's going to happen around this zone, guys. Let's see if we can start to see divergence form here. Remember, we did have a descending channel right here into this zone, which could possibly mean a reversal, but we just want to be sure. And the way you're sure is you wait for structure to be broken, okay? Wait for structure to be broken. Sometimes we just look for any reason just to get in. We make up a reason. We tell ourselves a story to make us take the trade and we end up being way too early. Okay. So you don't want to be on that side of the market. If the market's selling, you want to be selling with it. If it's buying, you want to be buying with it. All right. So we're getting ready to start walking. About 2 minutes. We tie my shoes and we will see what the market's going to give us today. And I'll be with you guys at least for the next 100 minutes while we do our 6 miles and get this party started. Okay. So hold on. All right, you guys see what I see. Lower, 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 lower. Y'all see it? Lower, lower. Stomp the devil lower. You see it's going lower? Y'all ever sing these songs? Super, 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 supernatural power. All right. Y'all be glad you wait. Don't be getting FOMO. Okay. We do not want to be having FOMO. That's for amateurs. We are not amateurs. We are disciplined traders. Okay. We're disciplined. Going to 2.0 so we can start our morning walk. We're not going to be amateurs. Okay. We're going to be disciplined traders. Because we're disciplined traders, we're going to make an uncommon income. All right. We do have divergence forming, guys, but let's let it finish its work. Okay, let's let it finish. You can see it here on the 5-minute it's forming. Okay. But let's not jump in too soon and get stopped out and lose money. We want to win our money. We want to keep our money, Lord. All right. So we want to see this break, retest, and then go back up. I really love it to break structure. That's like my favorite. When it breaks structure, it gives me so much clarity. Then I'm like, oh, I can see the break. And you guys know a break for me is that 2-candle pullback. I guess sometimes this one stop one, works too. But my favorite is when it's a clear 2-candle green pullback, a lower low, and then I can see that clear lower high, and then I'd like to take that entry. That's my favorite. Okay. Let's see what the 15-minute is looking like. Still straight bearish. Still straight bearish. Okay. We are at the 80, almost to the 88% retracement level here. See if we get any type of bullish push out of this area. You guys see it firsthand. Anybody have any questions about what we're looking at? Okay, I'm looking in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and go over. Good morning. Thank you for the thumbs up, family. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and mark up the Dow Jones while we're waiting to see what's going on with NAS. We've been making our money from NAS. You guys, this week we've had three $1,000 days. Okay. Yesterday was right here on the live. So exciting. So exciting. I'm in 3 funded challenges through Take Profit Trader. And if you guys are new, or if you guys have been trading for a while, it doesn't really matter. But they are having a 50% off special right now. I put it in the chat yesterday. I seen it on Facebook. I am not sponsored or anything. I'm just telling you guys because that's who I have mine through. And I bought 3 of them. I paid $107 each for the 50Ks, but they're on sale now. I think you can get it for $85, which is a great deal. So it's 50% off instead of the normal 40% off. Okay. And the other difference, the other thing that they made changes with that is that you can pass your funded challenge in 3 days and then get paid out on the 4th day. Thanks for liking the video, guys. Thanks so much for liking. So you can get paid in 3 days and be able to take that payout. So I love that. So normally with the accounts that we have, it's 5 days and then you can take a payout. But with the promotion that they're running right now, you can pass your funded challenge in 3 days and be able to take a payout. So it's actually a great deal. So it's worth the $85 if that's something that you want to do. And whenever I do these funded challenges, guys, even though they say 50K and 50K sounds really good, right? So, oh, I've got a 50K funded account. That sounds good. But I really want you to think of it like it's not a 50K funded account. You have a $2,000 account, okay? Because that's how much drawdown you can go in. And that's been the difference with me this time, because I've passed these funded challenges so many times, but I never got a payout because you know what would happen is after I passed them, I would stop following my rules. And then I would tell myself, oh, it's a 50K account. I can, no. So the same rules that you did to get to pass the account challenge, you want to continue with those same rules. And the other thing is don't over leverage. Like you guys, it might take me 2 weeks or 3 weeks even to pass one of these funded accounts because number one, I'm not over leveraging. I might start off with a 1 lot size or whatever, and that might be $2, okay? Or I might start off with $1 on the Dow Jones, and sometimes you don't need to jump right in there with those huge lots, okay? So for me, what seems like it's working best is I'm looking at these 50K funded challenges and 50K accounts as $2,000. And what I was always trained is if you have a $2,000, $2 to $3 lot size, like every amount that you went up in thousands, then you could go up in lot size, okay? But thing I'm kind of doing over here with the funded accounts, I'm not like risking huge amounts because you can still blow these accounts. If this NAS goes the wrong direction, 100 points, and you're in drawdown and you're over leveraged, you're still going to blow the account, So at any time, the market could go the opposite direction. And especially when you're trading indices, you have to be mindful because the stop losses can be huge, okay? From point A to point B. And if you get in at the 50%, you still got 50% of drawdown that you could potentially be in. And that drawdown, you don't want it to blow your account. So that's all I got to say about that, okay? And Drawdown is real. It messes with your psyche, okay, with your psychology. It makes you think you're wrong, and so sometimes you'll jump out early just because you see yourself in a lot of drawdown. So that's why we try to wait over here. We wait for our trades, and what's been really working for me is knowing that we can compound the accounts, and you can still have $1,000 days by having 3 accounts. And when I'm going to buy 2 more of those accounts while they're on sale for $85, so that's going to give me 5 accounts. We'll be trading 5 take profit trader accounts, and hopefully by the end of this month we'll have all 3 accounts. The first 3 will be done and passed, and we'll be able to start taking daily payouts. You guys see? And I'm not going to over leverage. I'm not going to start putting in 10 lots and all that stuff. No, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because it's working. And $1,000 a day, when I'm not used to making, look, when you're used to making 0 a day, or you've been losing, and then you start making $1,000 a day, do you know how good that feels, you guys? Do you know how, just get excited. Let me know in the chat, what are you guys going to do when you start making $1,000 a day? We are not going to be greedy. Okay. We are going to be thankful to the Lord. We're going to take but I think their profit payout split is what, 80 or 90%. We're going to take our $800 or $900 and we're going to go on in Jesus' name and have a great day. Okay. And if you do that 3 to 5 times a week, you guys, you have just created yourself from home $100,000 a year business. Okay. So that's what I want for all of us. I want for us to not being greedy. And that's just with 3 accounts. So if we get 5 accounts, if we get 10 accounts and we're trading them on the Trade-Evade copy trader, it's working. Okay. So anyway, that's my spill on it. I'm going to keep doing what's working for me. And what's working for me is not trying to hit $1 million trade from one account, but instead have multiple accounts where you can hit 3, 4, 5, 6, 800, 1,000, and be able to have that traded on 3 accounts. That's a beautiful day. Okay. That's a beautiful, beautiful day. All right. So that's what we're going to continue to do in the future. You guys see, we're looking to see what we're going to get here at this area. We are at this beautiful 1 hour zone. So we're looking to see, are we going to get the push down or are we going to get the push up? I don't know. I'm just looking. I'm not in any trades yet, guys. I'm looking. I'm looking. Okay. These are all church songs I learned when I was a little girl. And every time I say something, it makes me think of another church song. Oh my gosh. That's how you do. You grow up in the choir, honey. Everything is a song, okay? We just bust out singing. I can be talking to my cousins on the phone, my mom, even my grandpa, God bless him. We'd be talking. Next thing, he just bust out in the song. Yeah. So we're increasing our walking pad to the 4.0. And we're looking to see what we're going to get from this area. We haven't taken any moves yet. Now, I did say I was going to mark up Dow Jones, so I'm going to go ahead and mark it up. Because that's what we need to do, okay? Are we going to get a bullish push back up out of here? Or are we not? Let me see, okay? Are we going to get a bullish push? We came down here to almost to the 203. Let's see if we have divergence forming. We have a dippy dip here. So let's see if we get another dip that's lower, that forms higher over here. And maybe it'll be a buy up. We are getting a push out. Okay, you guys see that? It's a beautiful push. the candle closes like this, this is called a bullish pin bar when they had that long wick. And then look how beautiful that is. Then if it engulfs this, it'll be a engulfing candle, okay? So let's see what's going to happen at this area. We'll wait to see how this market closes. I mean, how this 15-minute candle closes, okay? And let's look at market structure here on the, here's our lower low. This would be considered our lower high here at the 338. So let's see if we break out of here. This is on 5 minute. Let's see what 8 minutes looking like. 8 minutes is just going to be a high. Okay. You guys see what it's looking like. 15 minute. Our 15-minute last green candle was, you can hardly tell it was green. I'm going to make it real big so you guys can see. Look at this. You can hardly tell it closed bullish right here. So in order for us to say it broke a 15-minute high, it would technically have to break this 486, okay? Then it would probably sweep back down. So this is where we're at, guys. This is where we are at. Okay, you guys see it clearly. I want to make sure everybody sees the structure clearly. That's always my goal. I want you guys to be able to learn, and as we trade here in the morning, we're together. I want everybody to be on the same page. I want you to be learning as we're doing this together, okay? All right, let's go ahead and look at the Dow Jones while we wait to see what's going to happen here. We're going to look at the hour time frame. Okay, and what's the first thing that we do when we get on the charts, guys? We're going to go down, and we were in a downtrend. So what's the first thing that we identify what trend we were in? Previously, we were in a what? A downtrend. So what do? I look for my lowest point. And I'm going to mark up what? My lower low. Okay, that would be right here. All right, so I'm going to mark up my lower low. I use the circle tool for that. You can use whatever you want. This is my lower low. This is what I do. All right, and then I look for my previous lower high. Myself, I like a 2 candle pullback. So this area right here would be my previous lower high, and I myself would want to see this area get broken. Okay, so this would be my previous lower high. Okay. This is how I mark it up every day, and I wait for my entry. Okay. Then I'm going to look for, if this area gets broken right here, this will be my what? My break of structure. So I'll take this. Lower high. This would have been our previous lower low. So we broke, test. And we're looking to see if this area here is going to be our break of structure area, okay? I use the horizontal ray. I like that because I can put it right there at the area that I'm looking for a break. And then what I go do, I go down here to templates. I click on it. You can go over here to templates. And I already have it written out. It says will be the break, okay? Will be the break. I'm going to go ahead and change the color to green, because that's the color I want for the hour. All right, any questions? So this will be the break if we break this area right there, okay? And we're getting close, okay? If it gets broken, I would be then looking for some type of retracement. Good morning, Bubba. Baby's up, friends. He's probably going to want to eat. So that's the way I mark up the charts. This is what we're looking at. This is on the 1 hour on the Dow Jones, okay? The 1 hour on the Dow Jones, okay? Now we go down to the 15-minute. Do the same exact thing here. On the 15-minute. Good morning, Gaby baby. Good morning. You want something to eat? Eat. Can you say eat, eat, eat? Good morning, Bubba. Now you guys see this? This is the 15-minute structure. So this is the lower low here, but this here is the lower high, okay? In order for this was our lower high, and this area got broken here, retested, and now it looks like it's trying to get to TP. Okay, so this was our lower high on the 15-minute. Baby, mommy will get you something. I'm gonna get the kids some cereal and a yogurt. This was our last lower high on that 15-minute time frame. Okay, I'm coming, Bubba. You guys give me 1 second. Let me get my baby some cereal. Y'all say, hey, Gabe. Hey, Gabe, in the chat. We're going to finish marking this up. This is the Dow Jones. 1 sec. Good morning, handsome boy. Good morning, Bubba. You want to eat? You want some cereal? Good morning. Good morning. 1, 2. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. Gabriel has to. They said, hey, Gabe. Thank y'all for saying hi to Gaby. Thank you so much. Gaby says, I'm a person. Thank y'all for liking the video. Had to get him some breakfast, y'all. Autism Mama Life. Okay, hashtag Autism Mama Life. Let's see what we're getting. So this is the Dow Jones. We got that break here. All right. And then after you get the break of structure, you're going to be looking for a retracement. So we got a retracement down. And it looks almost exactly like what I had on the NASDAQ last night, because we got a 38% retracement. So I'm going to go draw my fib up here from the low to the high is exactly the same, 38.2. So we see that TP would be up here, and it's going to have to break structure on that hour time frame for that. Okay, so that's what I have on the Dow. Okay, anybody have any questions about that? Because when we break structure for it buying to finish out the 15-minute TP, we'll be breaking structure for it to for the buy, and then we'll be expecting another retracement. Okay, so let's go back over here and see what we're getting on this NASDAQ. Are we getting a pullback? Yes, we are. Starting to get some type of pullback. Okay, some type of pullback. Okay. We got 2 green candles forming here on the 15-minute. So that's a good sign. So then if we go lower, then this would be our break of structure area. That's the way I'm always forecasting. So that would be great. And even if we don't, it could still be the high that would have to get broken. So yeah, I'll be at 311. Okay. So let's see what we got going on. That's on the 15-minute. Let's look down at the 5. Let's see. We still have divergence forming on the 5. Still have it forming on the 5. Okay. This is our lower low. This would be our lower high. Okay. We're looking for what? A breakout. You guys can see how these channels, when you use these parallel channels, they just really help you to see the structural points and the boundaries, okay? The boundaries and how the market is respecting this outer boundary here and the inner one, okay? So that's the channel, all right? That's the channel. So we haven't taken any trades. Let's go ahead and look at gold. What you looking for now, Bubba? What you looking for, baby? Let's look at gold. Gold is giving us what? A lot of, look, you can just look at this and see rejection, 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 okay? So let's look at gold and see where we were at on that hour. We got up here. This is a fib level. I had it drawn up. Let me see. Let me see what that was telling me, because I had that drawn up. Oh, that was TP, baby. TP smacked. That was on the buy. That was a beautiful, beautiful buy on gold. That's on the daily time frame, you guys. It hit that on the daily time frame. So that was beautiful. And so what we will look for now with gold is we'll look for some type of retracement. It might retrace back to this 45.11 and retest this area. Or it could possibly break structure down. So let's look at the different time frames. This is a 4-hour. That would be the break right here, right there at that hour, that 0 on that fib. On our 1 hour, the break would be And on our 30-minute, our break would be right here. Okay, so we're looking for some type of pullback. After the market hits TP, it usually gives you a type of pullback, okay? And 15-minute, on 15-minute, looks like our break could be here. I'm just looking to see. See, this high is 46.59. This high is 46. Right here is this higher. This is higher than this. So even though it's all in the same zone, okay, 46.50. So this technically could be our higher low right here. So we broke it, retesting this zone here for the sell down, okay? Technically, that could be the 15-minute entry if you use this as your higher low right here. Hey, Bubba. Buh. What you wanting? Mommy's trying to walk, babe. Buh. Buh. What you want? Buh. What you want? Mommy get it for you. What you want, Bubba? Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, handsome boy. Hi, handsome. Oh, you want to play tag? All right, baby. Y'all hear my baby? He's trying so hard to communicate. He says, buh, buh. He's so precious. What tool did you use to draw the channel? Okay, you guys ready? That's called the parallel channel. Let me get back over here and I'll show you exactly where it's at. Parallel channel. It's going to be right here underneath the area. It's the second one down. It's right here where you click on lines and then you go down to where it says channels, okay? And it's right here. It's called parallel channel. And what I like about the parallel channel, you can use it as a super duty trend line, okay? Because it gives you the structural breaks on. When the structure breaks out, it shows you, okay? So what I love to do with the parallel channel is use it to draw my retracements, okay? So if we know that the market broke structure here for the sell, then I'm going to use my parallel channel. I'm going to use my parallel channel to monitor my retracement, all right? And I'll show you guys how I do that. You see, you can't really see the retracement leg on the 15-minute, but when you go down to a smaller time frame, let's just go down to 3-minute, and you can see we broke structure here, right? This all is our parallel channel. You can put it in the parallel channel, and you can see that this structure went from a downtrend to an uptrend. So you want to be able to see that trend change, okay? You want to be able to see that trend change, and then you also want to be able to see when the trend, bless me, God. Excuse me. You want to be able to see when the trend switched from a downtrend to an uptrend, which it happened right here after the break of structure. And then you want to be able to see when it breaks out of that channel. And that lets you know this could possibly be the time to enter the market. All right. Because it's breaking out of the channel, coming back to retest for the sell back down to here and then to negative 27. Okay. So that's the way we use the parallel channel. I like it when I can see the actual structure, because I need you guys to understand the market doesn't move in a straight line. It goes up and down and sometimes side to side, okay? It goes up and down and sometimes side to side, all right? And so that's what You know, the hardest thing about trading is you can get in a move and you can think it's going to go straight to your TP, and it might be going from side to side at that time. But when you use the parallel channel, you can see that we broke out from our uptrend because we broke through the bottom of the channel, and we are going to be heading back down. And you can also see that along with structure. So this was our high, and then this would have been our higher low right here. So if you were trading on a smaller time frame, you could enter when it breaks structure, okay? And you can see the structural points on that parallel channel. So remember to go to the parallel channel. You're going to click here. It's going to be the top. The second one from the top is under the area it says lines, and then you go down to channels, and you can see it says parallel channel, okay? That's where the parallel channel is. Thanks for asking a question, and thanks for being here. Thank you for being here so much. I appreciate you so much. Tuning in with us in the morning time. We are on our way to making our first $1 million trading, okay? I'm about to pass our, look, I can call those things that be not as though they are. I can feel it. I feel like I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire walking on this walking pad, okay? I'm walking on this walking pad as a millionaire, all right? But I can see it so clearly, guys. I can see the market structure, and I can see everything coming together, and I can feel myself maturing. I can feel myself letting FOMO go and greed. I can feel all of that leaving, and I know the best is yet to come. So we're about to continue to have great sales and great weeks in these markets, okay? We have 1 week, about 10 days left in the month of, 10 days left in the month of August. So I don't know what your goals are, but I remember Elena Band, she said she wanted to get her account funded. I'm back over here looking at MNQ. Okay, she wants to get her account funded, and I'm excited for her. Can't wait to see how she's doing with that. You guys see this structure here? We had our lower low, and then this was our lower high on this area. This is on a 3-minute time frame, but you guys see how these channels work? So we see the low, and a lot of people want to know, how do I know the retracement is over? You got to wait for it to break structure. And they'll just say something like structure. I'm like, come on, give me more than that. You know what I mean? Structure. But you got to go down to a smaller time frame so you can see it, okay? So this lets you be able to see that structure on a smaller time frame. So this is on the 3-minute. This would be our lower low. This would be our what? Our lower high, because the lower high comes what? Before the lower low. The lower high comes before the lower low. So every time the market forms a new lower low, you should be able to see that lower high, okay? That should expose that lower high, all right? This is not the lower high. And why not? Because this doesn't come before the lower low. This comes after the lower low. You see, so people get confused with that. This right here, they would say, this is the lower high. And it's not. It's not the lower high, because this does not come before the lower low. It came after. Lower lows, and then you should be able to identify the lower high before it. Same way with higher highs, you should be able to identify the higher low before it, okay? So we're at this zone. We want to see if we are indeed going to get a push up, and we want to see how we close here on this 15-minute time frame. We want to be really careful. So you guys see we've gotten 2 bullish candles out of this area here. 2 bullish candles out of this area. And it looks like we are trying to break through this channel here that we can see on the 5 minute. Okay. So you guys see what that looks like? This is starting to give us divergence. So it was going down here, and here it's going flat. So that's starting to show signs of divergence. Let's see if we have any divergence forming on 15 minute. On 15 minute, we have this as our, on our 15 minute, all we have is this as our low. So what would have to happen for us to have divergence on 15 minute is we would probably have to have a new low form. And then let me see. Let me see that low. So let's see this low here. This low is lower there. So let me see. I'm just looking at this. This is divergence here. We'd have to have a new low form, guys. So let's see what we're going to get. Let's see if we're going to get any divergence. We've already been walking for 40 minutes. I'll be in here at least another hour. This is how we do it. We walk every single day. So by the end of the week, I can usually say I've walked 30 miles, okay? I'm walking 30 miles a week. This week I didn't. Have probably walked about 25 miles this week, or 24 miles, because we had a field trip on one of the days. So, but that's still great, okay? So we usually walk about 25 to 30 miles a week. And then I do the elliptical machine on Saturday or Sunday. So that keeps me moving, keeps me feeling good. And that's what's important, because we want to be rich. Say we're unapologetically getting rich, right? But you can't do nothing with the money if you don't take care of your health. So we got to take care of the temples that God has blessed us with. Okay? When you're healthy and you feel good and you feel strong, you're able to have all these dreams and goals and ambitions. And when you don't feel well, you only have one dream. You only have one goal. And the only thing you want to do is just to feel better, you know? And so that's why we can't take it for granted, the ability to be able to move our hands and our limbs, having eyes to see, you know? Can't take it for granted. So I just thank God every single day. I thank God that things are as well as they are in my own life. And I hope and pray that you guys are in a thankful posture. I know we have a lot of stuff we want to accomplish, but take a minute to tell God thank you for what he's already done, okay? Thank you, Jesus. Yes. So many things, okay? He's done so many wonderful things for each and every one of us. So we're looking at this market here, guys. We haven't taken any moves this morning. We just are kind of waiting to see how it's going to play out. When we got onto the charts, I thought that we were in a buy. Okay, I had us in a buy. And the reason I had us in a buy is because we had broken structure right here for a buy. We have broken structure right here for a buy. Okay. And we came down and we got a deep retracement. And so I was thinking that we were going to be in this buy up until to this negative 27 or this negative 61.8. Okay. So that's what I have us in a buy. And this was our break leg right here. And then I had this as our retracement leg. And we came down deep, deep, deep. We broke structure here on that 15-minute. And you can't hardly really even see that wick there, but it's a wick. It broke, came back up. It's a green candle, gave us a 50% retracement, and then we sold all the way back down. So that was what we got. So I'm trying to make sure that this market structure is done because it was sell, break, retracement, and then it dropped. Okay. So if you look on it on the smaller time frame, even on that, we broke, we retraced, and then this is all. So now it's looking like we're going to go back up. Okay. So I'm waiting on 3 minutes. This is our structural area that has to get broken and then retest it on 5 minutes. Let's see if we have that same thing on 5 minutes. It's the same place. So it looks like it's getting ready to happen now on the 5 minute. Okay. And remember on the 15-minute, friends, is way up here. This is our last 15-minute high. Okay. But on a 15-minute here, so we have down, up. I would want to see it come back down and then break that low to go back up. Okay. So that's kind of where I'm at. On this retracement leg. Okay. This looks like it's done. I'm looking to see if we're going to get a push up, come back down to form some type of divergence on the 15-minute. I'm looking to see, because this is our lower low. So I'm looking to see if we're going to form some type of divergence on the 15-minute. Or are we going to go straight up? Okay. If not, I'm going to see if it would. Oh, I could get in for one little lot here. Do it on a one, take a trade just using one lot size and see what happens with that. We had the break now on the 5 minute. Let me see. I've been getting in on these breaks off of the 5 minute. Let me tell you what. Been in drawdown, okay? Having to pray to the Lord. Lord, don't forsake me, God. Okay. Drawdown. But these 5 minute entries are a little bit better because you can see our 15-minute way up here, friends. Okay, like 100 and something points. Let's see if we have any questions in the chat. Any questions? Any questions about anything? much. Can you take that again? I didn't understand that. Okay, I'm sorry, I just seen your, okay. What do you want me to say again, Flourish? What do you want me to say? Let me repeat it. I'm sorry, I didn't see your question, dear. Good morning, friends. We haven't taken any entries yet. We are looking for a buy up on the NASDAQ. We broke structure for the buy. What do you want me to say again, dear? I can repeat it. Type it in and let me know what I need to repeat. We were looking for a buy up on the NASDAQ here. And I'll tell you why I was looking for a buy. I don't know if this is Flourish's question, but this was our breaker structure on the 3 minute and 5 minute right here. This 331-ish area. We formed our channel. We have our channel to mark up our retracement. We're trying to figure out where we can get in so we can get in here at this 331. We got a push up of 20 points. We're going to wait to see if it comes back and gives us any type of retest back down here in our zone to see if we can maybe not have as much drawdown. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys yesterday. So our low here is 222. So we want to get as close to 222 as possible because that's the area. That'll be the area for our buy back up, all right? Tell you guys, yesterday we had $1,050. This is our third. We've had $3,000 days this week on our funded challenges. I'm trading 3 take profit trader funded challenges right now. And on one of them, I only need like 900 and some change to pass. So I would love if we could knock that out. Okay. If we get a really good entry, we're going to give it our best shot. Okay. Hit me with your best shot. That's what we're going to do. All right. So what we're doing right now is we're looking at divergence that we have on these smaller time frames. And what I'm waiting for is we've been waiting to get a break out of this descending channel here, a breakout, and we want to get some type of retest so we can feel confident in our trade. All right. I did do a trade breakdown video yesterday, and it's so cute. I'll be releasing it today, so make sure you guys come back and watch it. But it shows a day, basically me and Gaby's day yesterday, and my mommy. We went to school. We went to Trader Joe's, and I broke down the trade yesterday where we made 1,050 online live. So make sure you guys go support it because we are growing our superstar community. I'm Star Fields. We're trading with the stars. We're building superstar traders over here. I'm over 40, and so I'm taking it nice and slow, okay? We're not in a hurry. I'm going to make sure you understand what I'm talking about. So let me go back and see if she had a question. Can you please take that again? Good morning. Hello. The Silver Bullet Trades. Good morning. Oh, you wanted to talk about me saying it had to make a lower low. Okay, very good. That's very important. So a lot of people, when you're new and you're trying to understand market structure, this is super duper important. I always say, what comes first, the chicken or the egg, right? The chicken or the egg. Well, in order to have and be able to see market structure, let me go ahead and show you guys this. In order to see market structure, you have to realize that you have to identify, if you're in a downtrend, you want to identify your the lowest point on your downtrend, which is going to be your lower low. Okay, so right here on this 15 minute, this would be the lowest low right here. Okay, for me, I like to have a 2 candle pullback to solidify my structural point. So for example, over here, this would have been our higher high. And then for me, I would have had to, this would have been my higher low. This would have been the higher low before that. Okay. See, the higher high was formed and the higher low comes before the higher high. The higher high and then the higher low is right here. When we were down here, this was our high, right? And our higher low was what? It's before it. So that would have been down here. This would have been our higher low. This would have been our high. This would have been our higher low. Then as the market made a new high, this became our high and this became our higher low. Do you see how it just shifts? Every time the market makes a new high, then we can get a new higher low. Then when the market made this high over here, then this became our higher low. Then when the market made this high right here, this became our higher low, okay? Then when the market made this high right here, this became our higher low, okay? And then this area got broken. I want you guys to see this was a green candle. It got broken right here, broken and retested all in that same 15 minutes. It happened all in one 15-minute time frame. And then all of this is TP, okay? Now, what we're doing is we are waiting for the market to break on the smaller time frames for us to know that the sell is over and it's time to buy again. Okay, that's what we're waiting on. We're waiting for the market to break for a buy on the smaller time frames to let us know, okay, sell is over and now it's time to buy. Okay, so that's what we are looking for because the market is respecting this green area here, which is looking like it's going to be a demand zone where we can buy up from. Because the last time when we were here, we bought straight up. Okay, over here, we bought up. So we're looking to see if we're going to buy up from here. All right. I just don't want to get in too soon. So that's why I haven't entered yet. Okay. So we did break structure on the 5-minute. We're looking to see if we're going to be able, if we want to take this entry. Okay, we broke on the 5-minute. You guys can see on the 5 minutes, you can see the structural very clear. And the same thing we just did over there, you do it on every time you have a downtrend. So this was our downtrend and temporary downtrend because it was a sell from that 15-minute. So this was our lower low. I'll go ahead and mark it up for you. And this was the area that you guys been able to mark up these lower lows and lower highs. This is what I was running from trading all this time. I've been running for Jesus a long time. I'm not tired yet. Okay. All right. But I was running from it, not running for it. Okay. I was running from learning how to mark up these lower lows and these lower highs. And it just seemed like it was so confusing. And I thought, I am not going to have to do that. I'm just going to be able to trade. Okay. Wrong. Okay. It took me 5 years of losing my money, thinking that I was a failure, just because I wouldn't do these things. Okay. When you hear people talking about market structure, order flow, and this is what they're talking about. So this would be our lower low. Does the lower high come before or after the lower low? Somebody type it in the chat. If you said it comes before, you're correct. So that's why you wouldn't look over here for your lower high. You're going to look behind it, okay? Your lower high comes before your lower low. So that means you have to look to the left, not to the right, okay? You look to the left. In the trading, they always say you got to look left to get right, okay? So that's what you have to do. You got to look left to get right, all right? So this would have been our lower high. And this is the area that we were waiting to get broken, right? On the smaller time frame, you can see the structural shifts start to happen. And that's why I'm trading based off of my 1 hour fib, right? I'm trading based off of my 1 hour fib, but I'm looking for an entry off of my 15-minute off of my 5 minute. I'm looking for structural shifts to happen. I'm waiting for it to shift from being in a downtrend to being in an uptrend. And that's why I'm using this parallel channel, because it's helping me, gives me confidence. I can see that the market broke out. Also down here, I can see we have divergence starting on the 5 minute, okay? But I still want a little bit more information from the 15 minute, and I haven't gotten it yet. So I haven't entered, okay? So this would be our break of structure here on the 5 minute. And guys, I'm not in a hurry. I always recommend you don't be in a hurry to lose no money, okay? The market will take your money. It'll eat you up, chew you up, and spit you out and be like, what in the world? What happened? What just happened? Okay. So that's that market. All right. So this would be our break of structure on that 5 minute time frame right here. We broke. So we'll be looking for some type of retracement. And then we can see about entering in. All right. But I'm still waiting for some kind of confirmation on the 15 minute, because that is the time frame I like to make my analysis based off of that. Okay. And in order for us to have some type of analysis on this 15 minute, I almost feel like we're going to have to sweep these lows here and have some divergence, like it's going to make a lower low or something so that I can have divergence. So I'm not entering yet, guys. Not entering yet. Let me see if we have any other questions here. Any other questions? Lower high before. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. You're getting it. We're getting it. Okay. That's what happens. You got to have that lower high. Oh, you guys, we got 8 people on here. Make sure y'all like the live. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'm Starfield. Been trading now for over 5 years. Took me longer to learn how to trade than get a college degree, but I'm super excited. I'm so excited. I wouldn't trade it for anything, because this week being able to have $3,000 days, it just lets me know that the sky is the limit. Okay. And we've been on here. We've been doing it live right here, coming on every morning, 9:30 to about 11:30 or 12. You guys see I'm walking on my walking pad. So not only am I making money here, but we are also taking care of our health. So I love it, because we're taking care of our financial health. We're taking care of our spiritual health. And we're taking care of our physical health. Okay. Your health is truly your wealth. All right. So we walk on here every morning, usually walk about 6.3 or 6.4 miles. We trade every morning. I always say I'm over 40, so I'm going to take it nice and slow with you, tell you everything I wish I would have known when I first started trading, because some of this stuff and some of the losses could have very well been avoided. The 3 things that helped me quit losing so much money and to be able to see the market clearly. Number 1, I started waiting for that first 15-minute candle to close. When me and my mom first started trading, we were trading with a whole bunch of young people, and we were be ready. We were sitting there with our cell phones on the MetaTrader, and we'd be trying to hit the button at 9:30, because they would have buy breaks and sell breaks. They would say buy, and here we go, hitting the button. And by 9:31, we had lost hundreds of dollars, because we didn't know how to where to take profit. We didn't know any of that stuff. We were just losing money day in and day out. And I am committed to not have other people go through the same thing that I went through. So that's why I'm so excited about teaching people how they can trade. I was so looking for the easy button, wanting somebody to tell me what to do and when to do it, instead of learning how to do it for myself. And that's why the Bible says you can give a man a fish, or you can teach him how to fish. And we're going to teach you how to fish over here. Okay. We're going to teach you how to read the market, whether you're looking at your own Bitcoin investments, or if you're looking at these charts in the morning with us. Okay. We're going to teach you what to look for and why you need to be looking for it. All right. So that's what my goal is over here, take it step by step with you. So the number one thing that helped me quit losing so much was waiting for that first 15-minute candle to close at 9:30. Okay. That was going to be the thing that helped me with directional bias. All right. Like today, I can give you an example of it right now. I thought it was a buy today, right? But at 9:30, we haven't bought yet. Okay. At 9:30, look what we got. We got this huge bearish candle. Okay. So if I would have just went in and said, oh, it's a buy, just because it wicked off right here, I would have been losing a lot of money. All right. So the second thing that helped me to stop losing so much money was learning market structure. Learning market structure. And that's these lower lows and these lower highs, these lower highs and these lower lows, higher highs and higher lows. These are what everybody calls structure. You got to learn structure, they say. Structure. I didn't want to hear that word again. I'm like, if somebody else just says structure and keeps throwing out that word, I'm going to scream. Okay. But it was the very thing that helped me to be able to see the different moves in the market. And what I want you guys to understand is every time frame has its own market structure. Every time frame has its own market structure. So I can give you guys an example of that as soon as I finish telling you all this stuff. But I'll show you an example of that. Somebody remind me in the chat. Give us an example. I'm going to show you. Every time frame has its own market structure. We might have the same higher high, or we might have the same lower low, but we more than likely are not going to have the same lower high and higher low. Okay. So every time frame has its own market structure. That's something that I did not realize. And when I started paying attention to that and learning that, things got a lot better for me. That's another turning point that helped me to stop losing so much money. That's what I want you guys to stop losing so much money. And the third thing that helped me go from being unprofitable to profitable, guys, was learning the difference between a test and a break. Okay. A test and a break. See right here at this area, in this zone area right here that we're in, I would have said right here that this is a break, right? This area right here, I would have looked at it. This is a break right here. Because when it whipped down here, I would have said, oh, we're getting ready to sell. We're getting ready to go all the way down when that market came down here. But what is that? That long wick means rejection. And that was a test of this area and not a break of that area. Okay. That was a test of this area and not a break of that area. So that's the third thing that helped me to go from being unprofitable to profitable. Number one, waiting for the first 15-minute candle to close. Number two was learning market structure, learning how to draw these circles and lines. I always say these circles and lines are going to make us millions of dollars in time. Okay. These circles and lines are going to make us millions of dollars in time. So learn market structure. And number three, learn the difference between a tested area and a broken area. And right now, this is not a broken area. This is a tested area because the market came down here, it tested it, and then we came right back above it. Okay. So those are the three things that helped me. All right. And I'm going to show you guys the example of the different time frames having different market structure. So you guys can see this perfectly right now because we're on the 5-minute time frame. So you guys can see below right here. And then we have on the 5-minute, this was a structural point, a stopping point right here. Okay, we came up here. This was our last lower high. This was our lower low. Okay, so this was our structural point on the 5-minute, but our last lower high on the 15-minute, where is that at, guys? Where is that at? And when you look at it over here, that's way up here. That's way up here on the 15-minute. we would have to wait for that market to come way up here for us to break structure on the 15-minute for that buy. You see that? So I want you guys to be able to take note of that. That's the reason why some people use smaller time frames to take their entries, because it would be really hard to take your entry and try to make a profit if you waited till it came way up here to get in. All right. So you have to find another way to get in, or you have to go down to a smaller time frame. All right. Now, me, myself, I'm not in a hurry. Okay. I'm going to be, I always say I'm going to be walking for at least 100 minutes a day. So it makes me not be in a hurry at all. This is our higher high on our 1 hour. But I want to make sure you guys see that this is on the 15-minute. This is our last 2-candle pullback right here. Okay. So this would be our last 2-candle pullback right there on the 15-minute. So that's why we really want to not have FOMO. We want to wait for the market to finish doing whatever it's going to do. Because right now, this is our last lower high on the 15-minute. If the market comes down and makes another lower low, and then this can be our lower high right here at the 367. And then that would be where we would enter with confidence, knowing that we were going to be able to take it all the way back up here to the 0 at the 538. Okay. So that would be my ideal trade. Okay. If I was trying to enter right now, if I was entering, I would just be entering off of the 5-minute. And I think that would potentially put us in a lot of drawdown. Okay. I do see divergence in the 5-minute, but like I said, I don't want to be in a lot of drawdown. It's Friday too, so we're just kind of taking it step by step and not in a hurry. And even if I don't trade today, I'm okay with it because I've still had a great week. But I do see the market going from this lower low, and my goal was to take it from this somewhere in this area back up here to this 0 at the 538. All right. Let's see if we have any more questions in the chat. Any more questions in the chat? Thank y'all for liking the video. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'm Staar Fields. I am a singer, songwriter, recording artist, and an autism mommy. My son Gabriel has severe autism, and that's why I trade, guys. I trade because I want to learn how I can make money every single day from my computer and not have to wait for somebody to tell me what they're going to do, these insurance companies, what they're going to pay for. You know, it's just we live a whole different life as special needs families. And I love trading because I'm able to see and dream again. You guys, have you started dreaming again since you started trading? When you think about the possibilities of what this is going to do for your life, let me know in the chat. Have you started dreaming again? I know for me, I have. I started dreaming again. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to do X, Y, Z, and da-da-da-da-da. I mean, I just started dreaming about all the great things that trading was going to do for my family. And that's why I won't quit. Everybody that I started with, a lot of them quit. And I used to get so sad because they quit. I felt like they quit on me, but they didn't quit on me. They just couldn't do it at that time. But I pray now that I can see this market structure, I'm like, I'm about to come back and get all my friends. Like, come on, friend. Come on, we can do this, okay? Because we didn't know what we were doing, but now I can see it. Somebody say, I can see it, all right? I can see it. So, but let me know, have you started dreaming again since you started trading? Have you started thinking about what the possibilities are for you and for your family? Oh my goodness, just thinking about, I mean, I'm like, I can't even stop smiling. I'm like, because I just get so excited. I've always been a big dreamer anyway, but I love this trading. And before, I was the sales director for Mary Kay, and I love Mary Kay. I did that for many years, and I thought it was what I was going to do for the rest of my life, you guys. But I didn't want to recruit any more people. I didn't want, I just didn't want to have to do that forever. Like, I always feel like you have to recruit this person and that person or whatever. And with trading is such, I had to learn how to do something by myself because this is it's an individual sport, okay? You against you. And so I love that with trading. I don't have to go out recruiting anybody. I don't have to try to force a sale. I just got to master myself, my own FOMO, my own greed. And when I work on me and being a better me, I make more money. And that's the way it works. So you guys see this? We are getting a nice little reaction off of that break area on the 5-minute time frame. We're getting a nice reaction. Thank you for the thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe. We are on our way to passing 3 funded challenges. And we'll be trading with 3 funded challenges. And remember, guys, I'm using Take Profit Trader. And they're having a 50% off sale right now. I'm not sponsored or nothing. I'm just telling y'all because it came across my Facebook. So you can get a 50K challenge for $85. And they've done something that they haven't done in a while, which is they're allowing you to pass the challenge in 3 days. And you can get a payout on what? That 4th day. Okay, get excited about that. So I think it's definitely worth it. Now, when you're trading with your funded challenges, even though it says 50K, don't go thinking I got 50K. I'm going to, put in these crazy lot sizes. No, you have $2,000 worth of drawdown that you can potentially be in. Okay. So you don't want to over leverage and do anything crazy. But I think if you look at it like that, $85, you get $2,000 worth of drawdown. I think it's a win-win, okay? Especially if you want to trade NAS and some of these others, you really have to have a little bit of wiggle room. And I know when I first started my account, I put in like $200 or $300, I lost it. And then I put in about $500 and then I lost it. And then I put in about $1,500 and then I lost it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's better. In my opinion, they didn't have a lot of funded challenges when I first started trading, but I think it's better to put in $85 for a $2,000 opportunity, a $2,000 chance. You can take a chance in yourself for $2,000 for $85. I think that's a better risk to reward. If we're going to use trading terms, I think that's a better risk to reward. And I'm going to tell you what, I've blown a lot of funded accounts too, but it sure feels better blowing a funded account than your own $2,000. Okay. I'll tell you that much. Somebody put amen in the chat if you know what I mean. It feels better to blow a account that you only paid $85 for or $100 for. That's a funded challenge. Than if you would have blew your own $2,000. On those days when you blow your own $2,000, do you know I'm sure you guys know because you're here with me. Somebody just liked the video, so they must be able to relate. Okay. When you blow your own $2,000, do you know how the kind of day? It takes Jesus. I'm like, and my family, I still have to keep smiling because I can't let my family be feeling my emotions that I'm feeling because I done blew $2,000. I still got to take the kid to therapy. I still got to do all this stuff. And in the back of my head, I'm like, I just lost $2,000. That's a whole different feeling. And really what happens, guys, messes with your psychology. So now I'm telling you guys this from experience. Now I see the market so much clearer than I've ever seen it before. You guys know that? I'm winning over here pretty consistently, but I still have those losses embedded within me of losing those $2,000 and losing $1,500, and it hurts so bad, okay? But the key is never, ever trade more than you can afford to lose. But still, it's a different feeling of losing on the funded challenges versus on your regular personal capital. Okay. I'll say that. And if anybody can agree, type amen, type I agree in the chat. If you're watching the replay, don't let me feel like I'm alone here. I'm telling you what, it's a whole different feeling. So definitely it's worth trying a funded challenge if you feel like you are going to be able to be disciplined, if you're going to be able to follow the rules, And what you look at is you look at the drawdown. If it says $2,000, don't go telling yourself you got a 50K account. Tell yourself you got a $2,000 account, because that's really what it is. Okay. It's really what it is. So thank you guys for the likes. Thanks for, I agree. That's right. I agree. Okay. Because I'm like, $2,000. That's a nice little trip. That's a Louis Vuitton. Okay. That's a nice purse. What you talking about? All right. I could have had me some nice shoes. What you talking about? All right. So it's a lot. So we are not going to do that, you guys. And I love that you can start trading without feeling like you have to have this huge investment. I was watching this girl on YouTube the other day, and I was getting ready to watch her, and she's like, oh yeah, when I started trading, somebody gave me $10,000 to start or something like that. And I immediately had to click off of her, because I'm like, look, ain't nobody gave me nothing to start, okay? Everything I started with on my own, okay? Had to pull it together, had to round it up, okay? Had to start with 200. And so sometimes we watch people that already had this amazing, they already had money, they had people and family with money, and they were able to just put a lot of money in it to start. And if that's your story, that's a blessing. But for a lot of people, it's not our story. We don't have thousands and thousands and thousands to put in. So we have to start where we can start at. And I just want to tell you guys, no matter where you start, it's not where you start, it's where you finish, right? It's not where you start. But I want to tell you guys to set your expectations to be realistic, because if you only have a $200 account, you can't expect to make $2,000 off of, you can't expect that one trade to make you two, because you can't even put in enough leverage to get $2,000 off of that, so make sure that you're having realistic expectations per your account size. Okay, guys, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, realistic expectations. You can compound the $200 account to 2,000, 20,000, 200,000. You definitely can do that, but it takes a lot of discipline in order to do that. You can definitely compound it, but I'm saying when we see these people on here winning millions of dollars and $50,000 trades and $30,000, trust me that they have a lot of leverage. And the problem with a lot of people is, instead of going out to get leverage, which we can get from funded challenges, we just sit in the struggle and just struggle and complain about what we ain't got. Okay. So they're having an opportunity for you to go get you some leverage. So we are not going to complain and say, oh, I don't have no money. No, it's cheaper to go get a funded challenge than it is to go out to eat dinner. So definitely purchase some leverage. Get yourself some leverage so we can have a come up. Okay. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting some leverage so we can have a come up, because I'm going to do what? I'm going to fund my dream. All right. And I hope you do the same thing. Fund your dream. All right. We're going to get some leverage. We're going to fund our dream. Our dreams are going to come true. Do you guys see this bullish push we're getting here? Getting a beautiful bullish push. So I'm going to be looking for one of two things. If I don't get a pullback, I'm going to wait for it to come up here and wick this higher area that it had made. And it will probably give me a nice pullback then. And then I'll enter when it comes back down here to this green zone. Let me show you. So when it comes up here to this 483-ish area, I'm going to wait for it to wick back down. And then I'll get in for the buy up to the 538. Okay. So I'm either looking for this high, come back down, give me an entry here, or I'll be waiting for it to come down here, make a lower low, and then I'll take the buy up from there. So that's where we're at now. But we are super excited about being spot on with these analysis. This is, like I said, a test and a break. Okay. You guys see what it looks like? I'm going to hide. This is a tested area right here. We had this wick down. It was in this 1 hour zone. Okay, you guys can see that zone. We wick down, and it's still buying back up from there. All right, it's a beautiful, beautiful tested area. We'll see if we can get some type of entry to enter in here, and we'll be able to carry it up here. This will be the 538 and TP2. I have it marked up for you. TP2 is the 629. Okay, these areas, these purple lines are my TPs. I'm going to go ahead and move them so you guys can see them. Purple lines are my TP. So this is the first TP, the 538. Second TP is going to be here at the 629. All right. And our third TP, guys, our third TP, if it hits, it would be 29,745. Anybody have any questions in the chat? Any questions in the chat? I so appreciate y'all this morning trading with the stars, okay? Being a part of our superstar trading community. We come on every morning, 9:30 to about 12 o'clock. We walk, we trade. I've already been on here 85 minutes walking. Already gone 5.5 miles, okay? You guys got to meet my Gabriel, my son. He came down here and had breakfast too. So he came and gave us a buh, buh. He's nonverbal, so he does his very best to communicate. And that's my reason why. That's the reason why I won't quit, okay? The reason why I won't quit, that's the reason I haven't quit when it's gotten hard. On days I've lost thousands of dollars, I still had to smile and keep it moving, all right? Never ever trade more than you can afford to lose. But every time I lost, I studied harder. Every single time I lost big, it made me get MAD, mad, and that stands for motivated and determined. Every single time, okay? And I never, ever, ever get tired of investing in me. When I believe in something, I believe in it, okay? And I'm going to learn it. And the thing about me is if I can see one person do it, I know I can do it too, because my Bible says I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. That includes trading, okay? That includes trading, okay? So if I see somebody being successful in it, I know I can do it too, all right? So that's been my attitude about it every step of the way. Even when I felt like quitting, I didn't quit. Let's see here on this 15-minute. If we're going to get any type of reaction here, if we're going to get any type of wick reaction from this 483, I want to see if we're going to get anything that wicks us down so we can get some type of entry, guys. Okay. This is on the 15-minute time frame. $484. See if we get anything that goes over 484. See, you guys see this? See if we can break this 15-minute. This is a 15-minute high, but not a 15-minute structural point. And that's just a wick there. You guys can see it's just a real thin little candle. If you didn't, I mean, look how small it is. You can't even really tell it's green. Okay. This is called a doji, an indecision candle. Okay. So we're looking to see if we're going to get some type of push through here and then a wick back down. 472. Right. So you guys can see our uptrend. Now you guys remember what I said before. This is an ascending channel, which is also a what? It's considered a reversal pattern, okay? So we're going to look and see if we can get some type of pullback back down here to this area at this 361, and then we'll feel better about taking it up. Okay? So let's see what we get, family. Let's see. Let's see what we are gonna get. Now, when you look at structure now, guys, we want to get a pullback, but once again, we want to make sure that we are not going to break structure again for the sell. So if you look at it right now, this is our higher highish area. This would be our what? What would this be? It's going to be our higher low, and the higher low comes before or after the higher high. You guys got it if you said before, okay? So this is our higher high. This is our higher low. And this was our previous, right here. This was our previous lower high right here, all right? So if the market comes down and retests this area, but it doesn't break, then we can get in for a buy back up to that 583-ish area, all right? So that's where we're at. Anybody have any questions about anything, okay? Any questions about anything? We've got about 8 minutes left on the walking pad. I appreciate you guys being with me this morning as we are walking and trading. So appreciate you being with me this morning. I need to tie my shoe. Okay. All right. Walking and trading, guys. I just tied my shoe. Okay. Let's see what we're going to get. See what we're going to get. If we're going to get a pullback so we can go ahead and enter the market for a buy. Right. We're looking for buys this morning. Looking for buys, okay? Our TP1 is going to be, I have not entered yet, guys. Have not entered. TP1 is going to be at the 534, okay? TP1 is going to be at the 534. Already burned 708 calories. Can you get excited? Doing some great things here in the morning. Walking, trading. We have our daily devotions. We're finished with this book, but I'll give you guys the scripture. Psalms 27:14 says, wait on the Lord, okay? Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord, all right? When you are prepared and positioned to receive what God has promised you, while waiting patiently with expectation that what God has promised you will surely come to pass. Trust God for what? The outcome, and believe God will show up. So be ready when he comes. All right. This is out of our daily devotion, meditation to journal. And this is called Appreciating God's Sunrises and Sunsets. It's written by my favorite girl in the whole wide world. Y'all see her here in the chat. Her name's Deborah Ann Bartlett. That's my mommy. All right. And so we have our daily devotions every single day. And this is talking about waiting on the Lord. Have you guys ever had to wait on the Lord? Have you ever had to wait for something for so long and you didn't know if it was going to happen? You know, I'm waiting on the Lord right now for my son to tell me, mommy. I can't wait to hear him say, mommy. I can't wait to hear him say, I love you. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? I'm waiting on the Lord. I can't wait to hear him say it. Waiting and waiting and waiting. That song says, I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting. We have to have that same type of posture. We have to keep a good attitude while we wait. I don't mind waiting on you, Lord. I don't mind waiting. You guys got that song in your heart? Sometimes we got to wait on these trades, okay? We be waiting a lot of times. But they say, and we know the Bible tells us not to be anxious for anything, right? So we don't want to be anxious. We don't want to have FOMO, fear and missing out. We want to know that what God has for us is for us. We want to believe and trust that what he promised us, he will surely bring it to pass. But you want to make sure that you can wait on the Lord, and you want to be cheerful while you wait. You want to have a good attitude while you wait. All right. So you want to be able to wait on the Lord. Do you guys see this? Do y'all see this? Do you see it? This is the move here, okay? I don't mind waiting. Oh, I don't mind waiting. TP1 is 5:38, guys. If you did get in on that breaker structure off that 5 minute, I did not. I'm waiting to see what we're going to do when we get to this 15 minute. I really like to use 5 minute as entry, but 15-minute confirmations. Okay. Thank you for thumbing up the video. All the thumbs up, all the likes. You guys make me so happy. I hope you subscribe and come back. I'm on every morning, 9:30 to 12. I'm over 40, so I take my time. We're going to be patient and work through some things together, walk through some things. I'm here to bring you hope and let you know if God does it for me, he can do it for you. Okay? I have not taken any trades this morning, guys. I seen the buy, was looking for the buy all night. However, I didn't get in off that 5 minute. I could have, but I did not. So I wanted to make sure I was clear on it. And I don't want to have FOMO because see what happens if you take the buy from here, Then if we get a deep retracement, guess what? It comes back to retrace and test this zone. These zones are like magnets. So then if it comes back down to retest this zone down here, then you're in a whole bunch of drawdown. So what I'm looking to see if maybe we will sweep this little high here, come back and retest down here, and then I'll get in for the buyback up, okay? If we don't already hit the zero. But if we hit this zero right here, then that is TP for me. I like to take my money right there at that first TP. That's my favorite trade, okay? So if we do hit that, then I will just wait till Monday or Tuesday to take an entry, okay, whenever the market presents itself again. My favorite entry is from the retracement to the zero. I like to take my money at the zero. Our TPs, like we already have them marked up, are the zero, the negative 27 right here at the 629. And then we have the negative 61.8 at the 745. My mentors are Mike Lito. I love his style of training. I purchased his course. I purchased a lot of courses from a lot of different people, but I like their style of training because they use break and retest. And I love the confirmations that you get by using break and retest. So I'm more of a break and retest style trader. When I first started trading with the young people, they were breakout traders. I didn't really like that style because I always felt anxious because I didn't know where I was going. Like, where does it go to? Why, how do you know to get in? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just had all these questions and I didn't get any answers. So it never made me feel secure with taking those trades. And on top of that, I was losing my money. So I find that with the break and retest, you're able to have more of a clarity. And so that's what I look for, especially over 40. I'm trying to not be anxious. I'm trying to, not be adding no extra stress to my life. I got enough of it. So I don't want to make trading stressful. I want it to be more calculated, more of this. If it does this, I do this type of thing. Okay. So that's the way I am now. We had a great walk, guys, almost 750 calories, 6.5 miles. So God is good. Okay. So we're going to look and see what we're going to get here at this area. Let's see. Reset the candles. What are we getting? What are we getting? Okay. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a pullback from here. And if we can get a pullback down here to this area, that'll be good. So I'm just looking at it on different time frames. Okay. If you look at it on a 2-minute time frame, you can see the structural points, right? Even the 3-minute time frame. This would be our higher high. This would be our higher low. And if this breaks, then that means we'll be in a short-term sell back down, hopefully to this area down here where we can get in a buy. Okay. So that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see that 15-minute get broken. And it wasn't a structural point, but it was the high that got broken. So it did get broken. And now I'm going to look for a retracement back down. And that gives me the confirmation to go ahead and take it on up to the top. Okay. So that's where we are at, my friends. That's where we're at. No entries yet. No trades yet on this market. We just need... I know that's right. We need $1 for every calorie. I know that's right, Sonia. We need $1 for every calorie. Yes, yes, yes. $1 for every calorie. I'm telling you, I'm going to make it too. Right here on these charts, I'm going to make my money. I love trading every single day. You guys make sure you guys subscribe. I come on every day. If we don't have a field trip, I do have a private school. In my real life, I have a private school for children with special needs. That's my business. Okay. And I started it because, of course, you guys see my son has severe autism. So I wanted to make sure he was safe at school. And the way for me to make sure he was safe is start a school. Okay. Call me a little bit of a control freak or whatever. But hey, my baby's going to be safe at school because we're going to start our own school. Okay. So that's what I do in my real life. And so, I am not one of those autism moms where you're gonna have access to my kid. No, 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 honey. I take care of him, I cover him, I protect him. Okay. So I wanted to learn a skill where I could make a high amount of income because I don't make it from the school, okay? But I wanted to make it from I want to be able to make a high income and I'm gonna learn it and do it through trading. So that's why I started. That's why I started trading. And I trade in the morning, and then in the afternoonish, we go do our afternoon circle time, and he gets to have his social activities with his friends at school and all that good stuff. So, but you guys see what we're looking for is some type of break. If we get a break of structure here, we'll be looking for a short-term sell back down, and hopefully we can get in to the market somewhere around here or even down here if it retests this zone again. All right. So that's what I'm looking at. I am still looking for a bullish move. I just didn't enter it off of the 5-minute break of structure. And I didn't want to have FOMO. I don't want to get to that place where I'm having fear of missing out and just jumping in, because I did that the last couple of days. And even though the trades played out beautifully, we still made it over $1,000. I was in a lot of drawdown. So I've been trying to analyze my entries a little bit better. The channel is helping me a lot by using the parallel channels. That's helping a lot with being able to see the breakout of the channel. But at the same time, with even using the channel, I want to make sure that I'm not going to be in a bunch of drawdown. Okay. And the last couple of days, because we're at this like daily zone, it's been a lot of total resistance. I felt like I was running into a brick wall. So I'm just being mindful about where I'm at on my higher time frames. And when you look at your daily time frame, yesterday's trade, it was like torture. Okay. It was torture because we were right here at this pivotal area where the market had broke. You guys see that? We were right here. This was a pivotal point right here. And when we tried to come down, it was just like bucking its head. It could not even hardly break down here. So this was the area where I made the money yesterday, but you can see we're getting a little turnaround here. And so hopefully this will be the beginning of our bullish push up. Then we'll go back and test these highs here on our daily. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for, guys. That's what I'm looking for. On the 15-minute, I'm looking for some type of retracement, come back down, and let me retrace and test our zone that we have marked up. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. You guys already see your TPs. So I'm going to go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set an alert here at the 50% on the fib. I'm going to add an alert there. If it crosses that area, so that I can be start to look for entries here. And I'm going to wait for this to come down and give me some type of pullback. And then I'm going to be looking for the buy up. Remember, TP1 is here at the 534 and TP2 is going to be at the 639. Now, 629. And I also want to remind you guys, remember when you trade futures, that futures trading, you can't, a lot of these companies, if you don't have big accounts, you cannot hold these accounts over the weekends or hold them overnight. They will, some of them will close your account out. Sometimes it'll blow your account. So make sure that, you don't want to get in trades too late in the afternoon either. So it's Friday. We don't know how the market's going to move for the rest of the day. It's already lunchtime. It's Friday. So be mindful, if you do take any positions, you're going to want to try to get in and out before the market kind of stops moving for us on today. Okay. So anybody have any questions before we get out of here? Any questions before we get out of here? I hate to leave. You got 10 people on. Thank you guys for being on with me. 10 people being on. Any questions for me before we get out of here? We're looking for a buy on the NASDAQ. I haven't taken any entries yet. I'm going to wait for it to retrace. What I waited on was this 15-minute high to get swept, and I'm waiting for a retracement back down. And then hopefully we can get the buy back up. And we'll be taking that buy to the right here to this 538-ish area right here. Okay, so that's where we'll be taking that buy to. And that's what we're looking at on NASDAQ. Let's look at the Dow Jones one more time. On the Dow, we are getting that break up, which we had already marked up. Our fib was here to the 53,339. So we almost got that. Okay, almost hit that. Like only pennies away. Make sure I drew the fib right because we might have actually hit it. But anyway, after you hit TP, and see, it also broke structure on for the buy. So do you see how I had this marked up? This green area is my break of structure area on my 1 hour time frame. So you guys see I had my lower low and my lower high marked up for the 1 hour. Lower low and lower high, had it marked up. And what I did is I put a green line there. That's the color I used for my break of structure or my hour. I said this will be the break. So it broke. And now we can look for some type of retracement back down. Okay. So that's where we're at on this 1 hour on the Dow Jones. So we are going to be looking to see if we're going to get a break of structure or if we're going to continue on up to the negative 27 and the negative 61.8. If we break this low right here at 53,072, that would be a break of structure here on the 15-minute, which would mean we could start looking for sales. Okay. All this stuff might happen next week, guys. I'm just running it through with you guys right now, and we'll come back next week and see what exactly happens. Okay. We'll see what exactly happens. All right. And for gold, we just hit this beautiful TP on gold at the negative 27, and it is still flying. Okay. It's still flying high. Oh my goodness. All right. We were looking for it to give a little bit of a sell down to this area, but it has not yet done so. All right. So gold is still flying high. Let me see. And gold just reached the negative 27 on the daily. Okay. So anybody have any questions in the chat? Any questions? Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Oh my gosh. Thank y'all so much. I hope you guys subscribe. I hope y'all come back and trade with me. I absolutely love it. I love trading. I love being able to help you see market structure. And we didn't take a trade yet today, but we're still winning because guess what? We still have all the money that we made this week. So we didn't lose at all this week. We won every day. Every day we won. Okay. Get excited about being a winner every day. Okay. And so it was definitely a great week for us in the markets this week. And hopefully and prayerfully, I've analyzed it properly right now. And we are looking like we're getting ready to get a little bit of a pullback. So I might be able to take an entry after all. But like I said, I'm not in a hurry. Okay. Not in a hurry. I don't have FOMO. Y'all see, I'm just as calm, just as calm as can be. All right. So that's where we're at, guys. I hope and pray. Oh, you just like, thank you so much. I hope you come back every single day. We're here trading every single day. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Every single day we're here trading from 9:30. I've been trading now for about 5 years, and I promise you guys, I just started to be able to see this. So if you've been doing this for a while and maybe you're not quite seeing it, or you continue to lose money, all I can tell you is don't give up. I'm going to go step by step and slow. Okay. And actually, I want to show you guys this. This is a book. I wrote my own book, right? Because it's something that I wish I would have had when I first started trading. Okay. So this is called Trading Made Simple for Everyday People. I wrote it. It's on Amazon. by me, Staar Fields. And it's basically a manual. And I go step by step of everything that I wish I would have known when I first started, because I was so confused. It's over 280 some pages. So if you guys do need help, I go through a lot of these techniques and stuff in the book, but I do not teach strategy or trade strategy. I don't have a course. No, I don't. I'm teaching on YouTube, and I've started with my family and my friends. So my mom is 73 and I'm teaching her how to trade. My aunt is 75. I'm teaching them how to trade. But my book is available on Amazon. So I wrote the book so that my family could get the book, and they're learning when we're going through it step by step with the book. Okay. So it's on Amazon if you guys want to check it out. I'm going to be teaching you guys right here on YouTube. Right now, I'm doing everything, just doing it for free. I just want you guys to see how to trade. I don't want it to be hard. I want you guys to see that you can do it. It took me 5 years. This is the hardest thing I ever have done in my life. Yes. Thank you, Crystal Champion. Yes. It's the hardest thing I ever done in my life, but it's the most rewarding thing when you can start to see the market and you can start not having FOMO and you can control those emotions. This is, look, like I analyzed this market. I waited for everything to play out the way I thought it would do. And you guys see that it's following everything that we said it was going to do. Right. So, but I want you guys to see it took a while for me to get to this place. And I'm hopefully here to be able to be a guide for you and shorten your learning curve. That's my prayer, that I can shorten your learning curve. Because like I said, I'm 48 and I hate that I lost money, but the thing that I hate more than that is that it took me 5 years to get to this place, right? And so I would rather lose I would rather, I can't even get out. I would prefer to lose money than time, okay? So if I can shorten your learning curve, then that would be a blessing for you and for me. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, make sure you leave them in the chat. I appreciate y'all liking the video. I appreciate you guys subscribing. We're growing our community over here. I'm Staar Fields, and you've been doing what? Trading with the stars. I will see you guys next week. Have a blessed and safe weekend, my friends, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.